This video is about how to flush out your TwinTemp Jr or TwinTemp 2.
This is a shortened version of the process. The longer and more detailed version is linked in the description.
In advance, order your hydronic fluid.
Turn off your water heater.
Have a few buckets. The tools you're going to need for this project are a vice grip, Phillips and flathead, an S2, a pair of safety goggles, and a cup. So gonna need a 7/8 inch deep socket with the driver, a shark bite 1/2 inch clip. You'll want an air compressor with an attachment that fits snugly into the hose end,
A wide mouth funnel, and a water bandit with a hose, or you could use a hose and a hose clamp as well.
Important steps to take before you drain the tank. Unplug the 110 power supply. Turn off your main propane tank supply. If you have one of these dividers, you'll want to remove that. Put your TwinTemp in winter mode by moving this lever parallel with the unit. Remove the front cover of your TwinTemp. You may have to remove a few screws if you have them installed.
Carefully disconnect this clip with the orange wire.
Remove the cover to the radiator cap, and making sure it's cool, go ahead and remove your radiator cap and inspect it for any wear and tear.
Remove the drain plug.
Okay. We're going to remove the supply and return line. This red one and this red one, and then we're going to flush it out with air. I recommend you do it with water if you find any sludge in your tank. Place a shallow container under the hose to catch the hydronic fluid that will be pouring out shortly.
Remove the supply line the same way.
Hydronic fluid is likely to come out of the tubing when you remove it, so have another small container ready to catch it. Our next step is to flush the return and supply lines with air. Run the air the other way through, from the other line to out that line. We'll just make sure we get everything out.
Double check that your overflow container is empty as well.
We're going to flush out the heat exchanger. Replace the PEX to the return. Fill the tank with water. Turn on the pump, and water will flow out the supply line valve.
Put some Teflon tape on the drain plug and replace it.
Now we're going to pour water into the tank because we're going to clean out the heat exchanger. It should take about 2.5 gallons. So I recommend getting a hose that will fit over this with a clamp, or a water bandit situation, just something that can move the water out into a bucket.
Once you have the hose secured over the supply line valve, flip the pump switch on, allowing the fresh water from the tank to flush out the heat exchanger until the water runs clear. I didn't use a hose and I made a real mess. Reattach the PEX line, then remove the drain plug again to empty the tank. Good job, we're almost done.
Next, we're going to replace the drain plug so we can fill it with hydronic fluid.
Now add 2.5 gallons of transfer fluid to the tank. It's highly recommended by the manufacturer to put a clamp or vice grip on this blue hose in order to keep air bubbles from getting into the line. I'm putting these in with a cup first, just so I don't spill. We're going to add fluid while this button is on, and it's going to take all the fluid and put it into the system. Here we go. I was supposed to do this until the tank is full. Supposedly it should take 5 to 6 gallons. Take peek in there. Oh, there it is. It's about 1 inch from the top, which is perfect. Now it says once that happens, you leave the tank run for 10 more minutes. Now we want to remove that vice grip. Please do not forget to remove the vice grip.
Now just top it off.
Now it is full. So turn off the pump, replace the cap, and now we're going to fill up the overflow.
We're in the home stretch. I'm going to replace the screw for the radiator cap cover.
We also do not want to forget to reattach this orange cord carefully.
Returning the valve to summer mode is optional based on your current season.
Plug in your 110.
Replace the front cover and any screws that you want to install. Turn your propane back on, turn on your water heater, and test it to make sure it's working. And that's it. You're all done. Yay! I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a comment and let me know.